All right, thanks for making it to Pilates yoga today. Let's start by setting our posture, feet under hips. Lift up through those legs. Feel distance between the femur and the hip socket. Lift the rib cage up off the waist. Roll the shoulder blades back, palms to the front of the room. Lift the chin, feel the back of the head over the back of the spine. Let the shoulders fall down toward the floor. Shoulder blades are leading that as they also push down toward the floor. 2 big breaths here on the inhale. Let your belly expand, rib cage expand. Exhale. Push the air up with your diaphragm. Inhale. Exhale. Push. Nice. Let's start with a standing roll down to start our Pilates work. So we're going to inhale big, open that chest a little. Inhale. Exhale, push the air up as you roll down, hands along the legs. Inhale, roll up. Roll those shoulders back. Exhale. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, roll down, tuck the chin first, drop the head down toward the floor. Roll up on an inhale. Exhale, open the shoulders. One more time. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, roll. Inhale. On your way back up. Exhale, open the chest and shoulders. Feeling a little bit more limber. Let's come down to the mat. We are going to start with a single leg knee fold. So feet are flat on the mat, chest open. Tuck one knee in and exhale. Inhale it down. Tuck and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Feel your core start to engage. Instead of lifting the leg up, press down with that lower belly. And that is going to automatically bring the foot up off the floor instead of using the muscles in your legs, using the quads there. One more like this, and we'll move it up a notch. One more set, I should have said. Second level, head and shoulders up off, big hug of that leg, set it down. Exhale, lift everything off the mat, set it down. Breathe in, exhale, breathe in. So really working to press that belly button down to the spine, press and tuck. And if you want, you can bring it to the next level by hovering that extended leg, keeping the head and shoulders up off the mat, tuck and tuck, tuck and tuck. Nice. Exhale and push that air out. Push. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees, rock side to side. Nice job. Coming into a side lying leg lift. So choose whether to have your arm extended and use it as a pillow, or prop up that head in the arm. Top hand can be on the mat for stability or on your hips. Hips are nice and stacked straight up. We're going to start with legs square to the front of the room. So the top of that foot is facing the front of the room. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Feel the work happening in your core. Lift and lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg down, rotate the leg in the hip socket, top of the foot is facing up to the ceiling. Lift and lower. That should give you a little more height maybe. Still working to keep those hips stacked though. So we're not opening the top hip to the back to give ourselves more height. We're focusing on muscle rather than skeletal work. Lift and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to square in that hip socket, front and up. Front and up. Nice, strong core engagement, front and up. Front and up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. Coming to the other side. Let's go through that sequence here. Starting with those legs square, nice alignment, shoulder, hip, heel. Choosing the position of your head and your top arm. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So focusing just on using your core to lift. Height is less important than engaging those muscles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate in that hip socket. Lift that top of the foot to the sky. Lift and lower. Probably a little bit higher. Still keeping those hips aligned. Feel where the work goes. In the legs, it's definitely a little different. In the core, it's also different. It's moving away from that strong oblique work and more to the center of your abs. Continuing to engage that core on the lift. Exhale, pushing that belly button to the spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, coming back to square in the hip socket. Top of the foot is facing the wall. Lift up and front. Lift up and front. This glute should feel nice and worked now. And front, up and front. Feel that strong core work as that leg goes to the front and you work to keep it hovered rather than letting it fall to the mat. 4, 3, 2, 1. And come onto your back. Happy baby. Stretch out those hips. Get a little space for those glutes to relax. You can rock a little bit side to side. Nice. Feet on the mat. You can cross your arms over your chest, or you can lightly grab hold of your ears or the side of your head with your fingertips. We're going to come into a twist crunch. Twist. Twist. So we're bringing one knee up to meet our elbow, lifting the head and shoulders up off the mat. Twist. 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 Nice simple move here. You can stay here at this twist, which is always a classic, or you can work to extend that opposite leg, turning this into a single leg hover and twist. Twist and twist. Twist and twist. Nice job keeping the head and shoulders up off the mat. Gentle with those fingers. They're just resting. They're not pulling. All this work is coming from your core, not from your arms and shoulders. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hug the knees. Rock side to side. Rolling over for our plank variation. Hands under shoulders. So we are going to do alternating knee touches. If you're on the knee, because of a foot injury or otherwise, we're going to have those legs up in the air. Push back, try to keep the knees above, the feet above the mat. Push back to that plank. So trying to hover those feet, that's going to bring a lot of work into your quads and bringing the core into it, reaching the top of the head really tall. If you can come onto your toes, we're going to do an alternating knee touch. So tap, tap, tap. The only thing moving is that knee coming down to the mat. Hips stay square, shoulders stay square, booty stays aligned, pushing up from below with that belly button. Tap, 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 tap. Nice. Tap, tap. And we're not resting the knee, we're just tapping it. Just a little walk here. Tap, tap. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your plank. Knees or toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back into a child's pose. A little bit of a stretch here. All right. Coming onto our belly, we're going to do our lower back exercise. We're going to be doing our heel beats today. So you're on your belly, chin is resting on those stacked hands. Rock your hips side to side, find where they're level. Big inhale. On the exhale, engage that core. Feel that core engagement throughout this. Lift, bend the knees, lift the feet, tap, tap, tap the heels and down. Tap, tap, tap the heels and down. This is a pretty gentle variation. And down. Tap, tap, tap. So you can stay with this gentle variation, or if you want to put a little more work into it, keep the legs straight, lift them up, tap, tap, tap. Slowly rest them on the mat. Lift, tap, tap, tap. Bring them down. So really using some nice muscle control on the way down. We're not flopping those legs down and down. Tap, 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 and down. Hips are pressed down into the mat. Tap, tap, tap. Nice. 4, and down. 3, and down. 2, and down. Last one. Tap, tap, tap. If you can, keep the legs in a hover, holding them here, toes pointing, hips pressed into the mat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming up onto all fours. Let's do some cat-cow to get an oppositional stretch to that spine. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, lift the belly. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, push that belly up. Couple more at your own pace. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Coming all the way to our back. If you happen to have a ball handy, you can grab it, but you really do not need one. I'll demo first without the ball. We're going to do a full sit up with legs in a V, starting with those arms extended, keeping them nice and lifted. So we're not using our arms for momentum. Really try to just gently lift. Bring your palms to the mat, roll them along, reach forward, coming back to a straight spine, rolling down through that spine. If you have the ball, it's the same thing. You'll just use the ball. So start here at this nice straight spine. Hands are ball to the mat, rolling out, rolling back in. Tuck the pelvis and articulate through the spine. Inhale down here, exhale on that rise, straight spine. Inhale, exhale, roll out. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale here, exhale, roll up. Inhale, straight spine, exhale, roll. Tall and back. Lift and slide. Tall and back. Lift and slide. Tall and back. 2 more. Lift and slide. Tall, roll back. Lift, slide forward. Last roll back, take it slow for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's finish with our 100s. So you can have your legs at 90 degrees or up in the air. Big inhale, exhale, roll that head and shoulders up off the mat, pressing the belly button down to the spine. Inhale and exhale as you beat the air. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Hug those knees, rock side to side. Get ready to transition to our yoga series. Let's do a couple of rolling like a ball because we haven't done it in forever. Cross those legs, keep hold of the knees, roll and come up, try to catch your balance, come back down, roll all the way over, roll, come over. 2 more. And on this one, roll all the way over on the hands and knees. Tuck your toes if you can. If not, just come to standing. If you can, come to down dog. Walk your your hands back toward your feet. Slowly roll up. Head last. Shoulders back. Palms to the front of the room. Chin level, back of the head over the back of the spine. 2 breaths to transition here. Nice. Coming to start our vinyasa. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Reverse your swan dive. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Hold this flat back here. So really feel the nice stretch along the back of the leg, especially in the hamstring. Also a little bit of stretch for the muscles that support the ankles on the outside. Reaching the top of the head forward. So we're not trying to lift the chin, we're just reaching the top of the head forward. Straight knees, straight spine. One more inhale and then exhale, fold. See if that helped your fold. Palms to the mat, step or jump back into your plank or into a supported knee plank, of course. Hugging your elbows to your ribcage, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. And down dog. If down dog isn't working, drop the knees and come to a child's pose with those knees together. That will still give you the stretch along your back. Inhale, lift that right leg. Exhale, step it forward. Hands on either side of that foot, drop down to the knee. If it's putting pressure on your toes, reach the top of the head forward. Runner's lunge here. Push that heel back if you're on your toe, getting more stretch in the calf. Bring the left foot inside the right foot. Twist up, lift the right arm into the sky. Gaze up at that right hand. Feeling this twist here. Nice stretch in the glute. Palms back to the mat. Bring that left foot back to the mat. Rotate it so it's flat on the mat. And rise up to your warrior one. Hips square to the front. Shoulders square to the front. Inhale, exhale, float down. Palms to heart center. Warrior two. Nice strong front knee. Inhale. Exhale. Flip the front palm. Peaceful warrior. Inhale. Exhale. And extended side angle. Tuck the elbow. Reach that top arm forward. Strong bottom hand. Palm is open up to the sky. Bring that bottom hand to the mat inside the foot. This time we are in a lizard. Bring that knee down, that back knee down to the mat. See if you can bring your elbows to the mat. You can also grab a yoga block. Great stretch here. Palms back to the mat. You can stay on that knee or tuck the toe under. Step back into a plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. Inhale the left leg. Exhale, step it forward. Palms or fists on either side of that foot. You can drop to the back knee or stay up on those toes, reaching the top of the head forward. Giving a nice stretch here for the hip of that front leg. Shoulders away from the ears. Nice open chest. Right hand inside of left leg. Bring that left hand up to the sky. Big twist here. Hand back down, bring that right foot flat onto the mat. Rise up to your warrior one. Inhale, exhale. Palms to heart center. Warrior two. Inhale, exhale. Flip your front palm. Peaceful warrior. Inhale and exhale. Extended side angle. Strong bottom hand. Top hand reaching. Inhale. Exhale. Palms to the mat, walk that left foot out to the edge. You can come onto your toe or your back knee, trying to bring your elbows to the mat or onto a block. Getting a good stretch for a hip here. Palms back to the mat, tuck the toe or stay on the knee. Bring that left foot back. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Roll through. Bend your right knee. And then your left. Look up between your hands, step or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Head last. Roll back the shoulders, palms to the front of the room. Open chest, level chin. Feeling good going into our balance. For our balance, we're going to start, well, you can choose which foot to start. I'm going to start on my right. Rock your weight between your feet until it all rests on your chosen foot. Palms at heart center. Lift that left leg in front of you. And if you can, reach your arms overhead. Shoulders down away from the ears. Lifting up in that standing leg. Feeling the alignment between the heel and the hip and the shoulder, not letting the hip jut out. And if you can, big inhale, and on the exhale, sweep through to warrior three. Hips square to the mat. 3 breaths. And coming back to standing. Get ready for the other side. Rock that weight side to side, palms to heart center. Settle on the left. Feel that left foot in contact with the floor at the toes, ball of the foot and the heel. Lift that right foot in front of you, arms overhead if you can. And if you can, sweep through to a warrior three. And coming back to standing, nice. Circle those ankles. Really good. Okay. Let's do a standing V and then we'll come down for shoulder stand. So toes, feet are wide, big toes are pointing in. Starting with arms out in a T. Flip those palms up, lift the face to the sky, shoulders away from the ears, nice open chest. And coming over, you'll flip those palms back, straight spine. And when you have to come into a curve, bring those hands between the legs, reaching behind you. Getting a nice stretch here. Bring the palms flat on the mat, underneath your shoulders, or you can bring them parallel with your feet. We're going to bend the knees, sit the glutes back, come into a goddess pose, palms at heart center, elbows inside those knees, lifting up the head and shoulders. Gaze is straight ahead of you. You can rock side to side. And palms back to mat. Open back into your V. Bring that head close to the mat if you can. And bend the knees. Open the feet so toes are pointing out, coming back into our goddess. Lift the head and shoulders, gaze is in front of you. And palms to the mat one more time, into our V. Slowly roll up. At last, we're gonna come down to the mat. You can come through our vinyasa or whatever you need to do. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump into your plank, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Step through onto your back. Coming into a shoulder stand. We have a couple of options here. You can be in a super restorative pose, knees at 90 degrees, or legs lifted, or you can come into the shoulder stand. If you're doing shoulder stand, tuck those shoulder blades underneath you, really open the chest. Lift up the hips into the air. Support the lower back with the hands. And then try to bring those legs back up so that they're coming straight up from your hips, parallel to the wall behind you, rather than going back over your feet, over your head. And if you like, you can open into a V, letting the legs fall open, getting a little more stretch there. Legs back up, flex the feet, drop the toes behind you. They may or may not reach the floor for your plow pose. And slowly roll back out and lift up onto your elbows for a fish pose. Open the chest, drop the head down behind you. 3 lion's breaths. Inhale, open your mouth, exhale. Come back down to the mat. Happy baby. One last little stretch before we come into our Savasana. Trying to get that tailbone down to the mat, tucking those knees into the armpits. You can rock side to side if that's comfortable. And when you've had enough stretch, extend the legs out in front of you. Walk down your right shoulder and your left shoulder. Tuck the shoulder blades under, palms up to the sky. Big inhale, squeeze the fists, crunch the toes. Exhale, relax. Feel the breath going out all your fingers and your toes. And continuing the melt into the mat. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Roll your wrists and ankles, and then other direction. And now roll onto one side. Using your arm as a pillow, tucking your knees, tucking your toes. Push up to a seated position. Keeping eyes closed if you're comfortable, palms face up on your thighs, fingers in a mudra. Inhale, exhale your right ear to your right shoulder. Inhale, head back to center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Back to center. Exhale, right. Center. Exhale, left. Center. Feel that head perfectly balanced. Inhale, palms to heart center. Exhale to the center of your forehead. And if you'd like, you can join me in a bow. Namaste. Thank you for joining today for Yoga Pilates. I hope you have a good weekend. It's supposed to be a little bit chilly.